Aryan Khan's bail petition will be heard by a single bench of Justice N.W. Mukul Rohatgi, who will represent Aryan Khan, has reached Bombay High Court. That's the very latest. Aryan Khan's legal team also includes senior lawyers Amit Desai and Satish Maneshinde. India Today has accessed Narcotics Control Bureau's reply to Aryan's bail application. In its reply, the Narcotics Bureau says there are clear instances of tampering with the probe and influencing witnesses. The anti-drug agency states that all accused are connected and the role of one accused can't be dissected from another. Narcotics Bureau has said even if no drugs have been recovered from someone, their involvement in a larger conspiracy forms the basis of the investigation. The 35-page reply also says that Aryan's involvement in illicit drug trafficking is apparent and cites a possible link between Aryan and foreign drug peddlers. Aryan's lawyers, on the other hand, have maintained that no drugs have been recovered from him and held that he is not connected to other except Arbaz merchant. All eyes on the Bombay High Court, where Aryan's bail plea is going to be coming up. India Today has accessed the Narcotics Control Bureau's reply to Aryan's bail plea, and it refers to the affidavit of Prabhakar Sail, one of the witnesses in the case who levelled extortion allegations against the NCB zonal head supervising the probe. Citing the affidavit, the Narcotics Control Bureau has said Shah Rukh Khan's manager, Pooja Dadlani, appears to have influenced witnesses when the investigation is ongoing. The probe agency said that such interference shows malafide attempt to derail the investigation and obstruct the quest of truth. Aryan Khan's legal team, however, distanced itself from Prabhakar's affidavit and the allegations made by him, saying that Aryan has no connection with the said witness. Divyesh is right outside the right outside the Narcotics Control Bureau's office, and he's getting us more details on that story. Once again, as far as the case against Pooja Dadlani that is being made out by the Narcotics Control Bureau is concerned, is extremely serious, that of influencing the witnesses. If the NCB is able to prove this in court, this is just going to give them more ammunition, in the sense that they have been saying in court that Aryan Khan and his associates are in a position to influence this entire investigation, and hence Aryan Khan should not get bail.
Well, Sneha, you rightly pointed out this adds more ammunition to the opposition that the NCB is laying down or opposing bail application of Aryan Khan. Remember, any investigation agency, any law enforcement agency, while opposing bail of the accused, clearly the first and foremost, the most important point that they raise is that bail shouldn't be granted because the accused could tamper with the evidence, he could influence the witnesses. Here, Aryan Khan is still behind bars. He has applied for bail, but people associated with him, his father's manager Pooja Dadlani, seems to have been influencing. As per the reply filed by the Narcotics Control Bureau, she is influencing the witnesses. Remember, Prabhakar Sail, an independent witness in this case, had levelled allegations of extortion against NCB's zonal head Wankhede. He clearly stated that 25 crores demands were made by his employer KP Gosavi. He had demanded 25 crores but later decided to settle for 18 crores. He was speaking to one person named Sam D'Souza, and they had later decided that 8 crores out of the extorted 18 crores be handed over to Wankhede, while 10 crore will be divided amongst them. Sail also went on to say that Pooja Dadlani, he had seen Pooja Dadlani hand over a bag filled with cash, and that was handed over in Mumbai after the arrest of Aryan Khan, and that is when that is what the allegation is, and that is why NCB is now also conducting a vigilance inquiry against Wankhede. He has been called for Delhi for a review meeting, but a vigilance inquiry is also happening against him as per the set procedure of the agency. As of now, this particular point that the agency has raised, it adds more ammunition to their response, to them opposing the bail application of Aryan Khan. And they can clearly state that Aryan Khan, despite being behind bars, he comes from an influential family, and this is how he is influencing the witnesses, or he or people associated with him are already.
Okay, that's a specific charge, Divyesh, against Pooja Dadlani. We'll come back to you for more on that story. Meanwhile, Aryan Khan has been in the Arthur Road jail for many days now. Well, his bail plea is going to be heard in the Bombay High Court. Remember, Aryan Khan's bail has been rejected twice before, once by the Narcotics Control Bureau Court and the other time by the Sessions Court. India Today has exclusively accessed Aryan Khan's bail plea, where he says that old WhatsApp conversations can't be used to link him to a conspiracy. Take a look.
Aryan Khan is taking his fight for bail to the Bombay High Court. Locked in Mumbai's Arthur Road jail, superstar Shah Rukh Khan's son has seen his plea in lower court rejected repeatedly. India Today has accessed exclusive details of the 23-year-old bail application, loaded with fierce counters to the NCB's charges. In his bail plea, Aryan has argued that just because he is influential, it cannot be presumed that he might tamper with proof. Arguing further, Aryan's bail plea states that there is no evidence to support the charges being made by the NCB. The Narcotics Bureau has claimed that it has found chats of Aryan Khan with peddlers, alleging a deeper international drug syndicate. Aryan's arguments is that the WhatsApp chats pertain to events before the cruise party and cannot be linked to any conspiracy. The superstar's son has reiterated that he is no way connected to any drug trafficking racket, arguing that no narcotics were recovered from his possession by the NCB. Adding that a reformative approach to the NDPS Act is needed.
Can it be said that you consume drugs in the company of somebody else who consumes? Can it be said that because necessarily if you consume, you must buy from somewhere? It means you are part of a drug cartel which is selling, trading, promoting.
The NCB has alleged that Aryan Khan was travelling with his friend Arbaz Merchant, from whom 6 mg of charas was recovered. The plea says that recoveries from Arbaz and even other accused arrested in the case could not be used against Aryan Khan. Aryan's bail plea argues that the veracity of these chats has not been established, maintaining that there was no discussion about a rave party or consumption of drugs.
Here it is no quantity. It can be based on regular consumption. There is no proof of consumption. It can be based on past history. There is no past history. Then according to me, the equation only ends in bail and cannot end in jail.
The big question remains, will the High Court be convinced with Aryan's arguments and grant bail, or will it be back to Arthur Road jail? With Vidya in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, after Mumbai Sessions Court had rejected the bail plea of Aryan Khan in the cruise drug bust case earlier, India Today's Desai has spoken to former Attorney General Mukul Rohatgi. He questioned the validity of WhatsApp chats that have been considered as primary evidence in the case. Listen in.
Mukul Rohatgi, former Attorney General, one of the country's leading lawyers, is joining me to make sense of this case for us. Mr. Rohatgi, when the bail plea was rejected yesterday, no recovery, no trail of dealings, no money exchange, no phone records with any convicted peddler, no past history, no past police records, no witnesses. So on the basis of what is being called conscious possession, the fact that one of his friends was allegedly Aryan's friends had drugs, Aryan doesn't get bail, and on the basis of WhatsApp chats. What do you make out of this case?
Rajdeep, you have made all the points which any lawyer will make in a court of law. As you said, no recovery, no consumption, no medical test, no past history, no other issue except so-called WhatsApp chat, which is the foundation of the order of the court. There is nothing else. And apart from WhatsApp chat, it talks about quote unquote involuntary confession. So a confession made to an enforcement officer is a very, very weak piece of evidence. And a WhatsApp chat is equally weak. A WhatsApp chat can be proved under special laws and special rules that will be in a trial. But as of today, we are only talking about bail. We are not talking about conviction or acquittal, mind you. So what do you see in bails? You see the nature of offense. Nature of offense is based on small quantity or commercial quantity. Here it is no quantity. It can be based on regular consumption. There is no proof of consumption. It can be based on past history. There is no past history. If this is the position and somebody has 4 grams of charas in his shoe, which may be a co-accused or whatever, there is no way that this offense can require a punishment of a year or more, where bail is to be for the asking. Merely by putting sections which have more serious offenses doesn't change the nature of the facts. So
No,
if these broad 4 or 5 facts are available on the table, then according to me, the equation only ends in bail and cannot end in jail.
Well, Akshata Nangopal tells us about the possibilities for Aryan Khan's bail hearing.
What can happen today, considering that the Bombay High Court is hearing Aryan Khan's bail plea? Here are 4 possibilities. The first possibility is that Aryan is denied bail, in which case he stays in the Arthur Road jail, and also that Wankhede continues to head the investigation as he is right now if he's given the clean sheet. Aryan Khan gets bail and Wankhede continues to head the investigation and Wankhede is still given a clean sheet. Possibility 3 is that Aryan is denied bail, again remains in the Arthur Road jail, but there's also a setback for Sameer Wankhede. He's removed from the investigation based on the probe by the NCB into allegations of extortion. There is also another possibility that Aryan Khan is granted bail and that Wankhede is removed from the investigation, in which case someone else will take over the probe and there's relief for Aryan.
Meanwhile, this is a mega exclusive in the Aryan Khan drug case. India today has accessed the drug chats between Aryan Khan and Ananya Pandey, where Aryan Khan has been found talking about cocaine and buying narcotic substances in bulk, while Ananya was seen getting weed for Aryan. Here's more.
Ananya, where is the weed?
I will get weed tomorrow. Now that I'm in the business.
We'll take weed from you in secret. Let's do cocaine tomorrow. I am getting you guys fixed by the NCB.
Excerpts from the explosive Aryan Ananya drug chats. Never seen before, damning WhatsApp conversation. India Today is the only channel with the incriminating finding that may alter the Aryan Khan drug case on its head. The incriminating chats, also involving several other star kids and friends of Aryan, took place in a group where Shah Rukh Khan's son is the admin. The chats named 2 others, Manav and Bilal. In this chat with Ananya Pandey in June 2019, Aryan is seen seeking weed from Ananya Pandey. She replies saying, weed is in much demand. Aryan then tells Ananya that he will take it from her secretly. Ananya adds, saying, now that I am in the business. In the same chat, Aryan is seen again reminding Ananya about the weed, asking if she is getting it. To which Ananya replies, yes, I am getting it. In this group chat, as recently as last April, Aryan Khan told his friend Bilal and Manav, let's do cocaine tomorrow. It was followed by Aryan jokingly telling his friends, I will get you fixed by NCB. The words ironically boomeranged on Aryan in months, who was himself arrested by NCB on 3rd of October. The chats also reveal Aryan's possible link with drug peddlers. It shows Aryan may have bought weed in bulk worth Rs 80,000 from Achit Kumar, an alleged drug peddler arrested on the basis of Aryan Khan's statement.
These WhatsApp chats are the basis for Aryan Khan's arrest by the Narcotics Control Bureau. Other than Ananya Pandey, there are 3 more star kids whose names have come to light from these WhatsApp chats. In days to come, these star kids might be grilled by the Narcotics Control Bureau. With Arvind Ojha, this is Divyesh Singh in Mumbai for India Today.
Divyesh continues to be with us. Divyesh, just to get us a little more details about this WhatsApp conversation. Is it a part of a conversation that's happening in a group, or is it more like a one-on-one between Ananya and Aryan Khan?
Well, these chats, the WhatsApp chats that have come to light are not recent WhatsApp chats. These are where Aryan Khan is speaking to Ananya Pandey. These WhatsApp chats are from 2019. While there are a few other WhatsApp chats which are communication that has happened in a group, in a WhatsApp group. These are not recent WhatsApp chats, and these are not connected to the cruise anywhere. These are not connected directly to the cruise bus, but NCB is relying on it as a supportive evidence to show that Aryan Khan indeed was consuming drugs, indeed was procuring drugs even before he was caught caught during the cruise bus by Narcotics Bureau officials. He had spoken about procurement of drugs. He's seen speaking to Ananya Pandey for procurement of a banned narcotic item where Ananya Pandey agrees to supply the same. So that is why Ananya Pandey has already been questioned for over 6 hours on 2 occasions by the Narcotics Bureau. She will be called again. She was called yesterday, but due to some official reasons, the summons was cancelled, and she might be called again after a few days or in a few days for questioning. Her statement is yet to be recorded. As of now, 6 hours of questioning has already happened. So all these people whose names have appeared in this WhatsApp chat are under scanner of the Narcotics Bureau, because their statements could be recorded by NCB as a supportive evidence against Aryan Khan, where it shows that he has a history of drug addiction, he has a history of drug abuse. So this would be a supportive evidence, and on that basis statements could be recorded, which could turn as a direct evidence.
Okay, what lawyers and including Mukul Rohatgi has said is that it's difficult to treat this as primary evidence, but Divyesh is saying that things could change if there is more evidence that the Narcotics Bureau manages to gather against all of these people. Divyesh, thanks for the moment. Staying with this, the Narcotics Bureau has arrested Aryan Khan over drug-related WhatsApp chats found in his phone. The Bureau is heavily relying on these WhatsApp conversations, just as it did in the Riya Chakravarti case. The Sessions Court Judge V.V. Patil had said Aryan's WhatsApp chats from a face revealed that he is dealing in illicit drug activities and is involved in these drug activities and is dealing in drugs, in fact, on a regular basis. The Supreme Court has given 2 different observations on the admissibility of WhatsApp chats in the last 2 years. What is going to be the Bombay High Court's position? What is the High Court in Bombay going to do now?
The Narcotics Control Bureau is claiming WhatsApp chats as the clincher that links Aryan Khan to an international drug conspiracy. India Today has learned that the NCB has presented Aryan's chats with an upcoming Bollywood actress. The chats are allegedly about the cruise party. Sources say that Aryan and the actress were discussing drugs in the chats. Apart from these chats, Aryan's alleged conversations with some drug peddlers have also been submitted by the NCB. NCB asked the Sessions Court to note WhatsApp chat between Aryan Khan and his friend and co-accused Arbaz Merchant, where they said that they're going to have a blast. Aryan's legal team has argued that while the lingo of today's generation could generate suspicion, having a blast could mean something totally different, and therefore cannot be the basis for culpability or denial of bail. Judge V.V. Patil of the Mumbai Sessions Court clearly did not buy Aryan Khan's defense today as he rejected the star kid's bail. The judge observed, WhatsApp chats prima facie reveal that accused number 1, Aryan Khan, is dealing in illicit drug activities of narcotic substances on regular basis. Therefore, it cannot be said that the accused number 1 is not likely to commit similar offence while on bail, and that incriminating material in form of WhatsApp chats show the nexus of accused number 1 with suppliers and peddlers. While NCB is relying heavily on the WhatsApp chats to implicate Shah Rukh Khan's son, the Supreme Court in January 2020 observed WhatsApp messages, which are virtual, verbal communications, are a matter of evidence with regard to their meaning and its content to be proved during the trial and cross-examination. However, in July this year, top court held that there is no evidential value to WhatsApp chats since anything can be created or deleted on social media. Just like the Riya Chakrabarti case, in Aryan's case too, WhatsApp chats have formed the Narcotics Control Bureau's probe. Do chats about having blast suggest illicit drug trafficking? Will these chats hold as evidence in the Bombay High Court now? Bureau Report, India Today.